So today is day one of our firewood cutting extravaganza. We're working on getting these piles of logs behind me cut up into rounds and put over on the side of the house, where tomorrow we're going to be splitting and stacking all this wood. This spruce pine burns pretty good and it is abundant in our area, so this is what we use. We are already getting a late start today, so we need to finish all this. We're going to get to cutting. Well, these gloves have been with me a long time, and they've obviously been through a lot, and I'm actually pretty sure that I got these gloves from a garage sale to begin with, so a little more Gorilla Tape on these things will probably be ready for at least another winter. Okay, we're getting there on the logs. We're just taking a small break and I'm touching up the chains on our saws, and I figured I'd let you guys know what kind of saws we have. We have our small Echo with an 18-inch bar. This is a CS 400. We've had this one for probably at least 5 years now. Pretty good saw. We've never had any problems with it. It's not super powerful, but it's also not that expensive of a saw. And then we have our bigger saw, which is a Husqvarna. It's a 550 XP. This is like their professional series saw. And this one we've had for about a year, and it's a 20-inch bar. And this one has way more power and cuts a lot better than this one does. I found that keeping these things sharp between Phillips really goes a long way. You're not sitting out there trying to cut something and your chain's doling. So like I said, we're just touching these up again, and then we're gonna get back to cutting. I think we have 3 of the biggest logs left, and then we are done for the day. All right, so it is the next morning. Last night we ended up finishing cutting all of our logs into rounds, and this morning we headed out and picked up our log splitter rental for the day. So we are on a time crunch with this thing. We're gonna get started splitting all of these logs.
Yesterday we finished up splitting all this wood next to me and behind me. It took us a lot longer. We were on the log splitter for like 6 to 7 hours straight, probably actually over 7 now that I think back about it. But we were thinking we'd get anywhere from 2 to 4 cords. I think that's what we have. We may have more than 4, but we're not going to know until we stack it. So we are going to get it stacked today, and Eric's going to be working on getting some kindling set aside, and then we'll know our final amount once we're done. We have some rain anticipated coming in a little bit later today, and we want to have all of this wood covered up with tarps by then, so I have got to get to it.
Okay, so we are finally done. It took us 3 days to get a year's worth of firewood stacked up for us. This is 4 cords we have sitting here. Last year we went through 3, so this should be plenty enough to make it through this winter. Last thing we have to do is get this whole pile covered with a couple big tarps. So we're gonna get at it and be finished up.